All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to dive in.
So lately, it seems like everywhere you turn, someone's talking about AI,
Yeah, it's definitely having a moment.
especially ChatGPT. Maybe you've even tried it out yourself, seen what it can do. But now there's this whole new level, ChatGPT Pro.
Pro, huh? Sounds fancy.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the real question is it worth all the hype? And even more importantly, is it worth $200 a month? That's a pretty hefty price tag.
Definitely not chump change.
So to get to the bottom of this, we've got this excerpt here that breaks down all the features and the supposed benefits of going pro. What jumps out at you right away?
Well, right off the bat, they're really emphasizing professionals and researchers. Seems like they're honing in on a specific target audience with this one.
Yeah, it's not just for casual users anymore. And the features, they're really pulling out all the stops. Unlimited access to the most advanced models, GPT 4.0 and o1. No more waiting in line or hitting those usage limits.
So no more frustration when you're in the middle of something and suddenly you can't use it anymore.
Exactly. And imagine what you could accomplish with that kind of power constantly at your fingertips.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Right. They're even claiming that ChatGPT Pro can handle these super complex task stuff in math, science, even programming with even better accuracy than before. No more wrestling with a tricky piece of code for hours on end.
Well, that right there would be a lifesaver for a lot of people. But what's the secret sauce here? What makes these new models so much better?
From what I've gathered, it's all about GPT 4.0 and o1. These models have been trained on massive amounts of data, so they have this incredibly deep understanding of nuance and context. We're not talking about just generating text anymore. This is getting into actual problem-solving territory.
Problem solving, that's a big claim.
It is. So let's say, hypothetically, I'm trying to build a website, something I'm definitely not an expert in, and I hit a coding snag. Could ChatGPT Pro actually step in and help me write the code?
You're asking the tough questions. Coding seems like it'd be right up ChatGPT Pro's alley. But can it really grasp the logic and the subtleties of building a complex website from scratch? That's a lot to ask.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true. The source also talks about how o1 Pro has this increased computational power. Like, it's been given a way bigger brain to process information and solve problems.
So it's not just about the data it's trained on, but its actual ability to crunch numbers and think things through.
Right. And while they're highlighting all these potential time-saving benefits, I can't help but wonder, is there a flip side? Could we become too reliant on AI, stifle our own creativity, or, even limit our own problem-solving skills?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Like any powerful tool, it all comes down to responsible use. We can't just hand over the reins completely. But on a slightly different note, this excerpt also delves into these advanced voice features. It's like having this incredibly smart AI assistant you can actually have a back-and-forth conversation with.
Oh, yeah, I read about that. They're saying it makes the whole interaction way more natural and intuitive. But honestly, is that ease of use really enough to justify dropping $200 a month?
Especially for individuals, that's a significant investment. It definitely feels like they're leaning more towards businesses and institutions with that price point.
Right. But even bigger picture, this push toward voice interaction, it's fascinating. It really aligns with making tech more user-friendly for everyone. It could change how we interact with computers in the future, in all aspects of life.
Think about it. No more typing, no more menus to click through, just talking to your computer like you'd talk to a person.
Okay, so after diving into all of this, let's get down to brass tacks. Is ChatGPT Pro actually worth it?
Honestly, it depends. It depends on your individual needs, your budget, and how you plan to use it. The potential is definitely there, but we have to be realistic about what it can and can't do. It's still early days,
So not quite the magic solution to all our problems.
Right. It's a powerful tool, no doubt, but at the end of the day, it is just a tool. We still need to apply critical thinking and not take everything it says as gospel.
Couldn't agree more. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of ChatGPT Pro. We've seen its impressive capabilities, acknowledged the potential downsides, and really stressed the importance of using it responsibly. As we wrap up, what really sticks out to you?
What really gets me is the potential for this technology to completely revolutionize how we approach problem solving across all these different fields. Doctors using it to make more accurate diagnoses, engineers designing more sustainable infrastructure. The possibilities are kind of endless.
It is pretty remarkable, but it also brings up an even bigger question. How do we harness this power responsibly? How do we make sure we're using it ethically and mitigating any potential risks? It's something we need to be really thoughtful about moving forward.
Absolutely. There's a lot to consider.
Well, it's an exciting, thought-provoking time to be following all these advancements in AI. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Always a pleasure. Until next time.
See you then.